Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another single-player episode. So, as promised, this is the new map, which is called Timber Trail Canyon. Now, this is a very, very big map. As you can see, there's lots of different sites attached to it. There's lots of heavy detail in it. I put lots of interesting sections for us to log in, so it should be pretty fun to do something a little different. Now, in this map, I still have no idea where I actually want to log. There's literally so many choices of places to log. I think what I might do is start over on Site 2 over here, just because it kind of gives us a little bit of distance between the mills, so we have a little bit of travel time. Eventually, what I would like to do is use the helicopter to do this Deadfall Ridge. This is the craziest place on the map. It's so steep. I think it'll be really fun to do something a little different. But first of all, here, let's take a look and see. Yeah, so what we want to do is we want to bring... Oh, I don't think I bought a front for this. Let's see here. We need the front end for the... There it is. Perfect. The front for our low bed. And we're going to try to bring some of this stuff out. So right now, oh, hey, by the way, this is the, another introductory. You get two things new in this one. So this is the new Goliath loader. It is a knuckle boom with a dangle head on the end. I'm still working on the knuckle boom. This thing is like pre-alpha. I figured I'd just bring it in for some fun. I'm definitely planning on having it as rear loading from the back end of the vehicles. I promised in the Kodiak Ridge map that I'd be doing some different style loading on this one. So what we're going to try to do is do some roadside logging, and we're going to back the trucks up, like I've been doing in multiplayer, and try doing some loading from the actual back side of the truck, instead of from the, you know, 90-degree angle on the side. We're going to do it directly from the back of the trailer, which has actually worked out pretty successfully in multiplayer. I don't know how well it's going to go in single player, because we were using the grapple loader in the other one, and in this one I'm going to try using that Goliath. Again, like I said, that thing is definitely like a pre-alpha like dealio, so don't expect it to be perfect, because it definitely isn't. And like I said, I'm always constantly trying to improve things to see what we can do. So we will take a gander here and see what we can see what we can run into out in the bush. Excuse me, man, I cannot get my frog out of my throat here today. It's just too much. Okay, so we're gonna hook on here, and we're gonna head over to Site 2. How's that going there? There we go. Heavy load, but we'll get her. So right now, oops, I should keep her on the road. I'm trying to look for my map, but I don't see it. So like I said, this is a very, very heavily treed map. It's a lot different looking terrain than most of the other maps. There's lots of brush and bushes and fun little angles and trees and stuff. I think it'll be really fun to log this one. I'm actually really looking forward to doing all that. Oh man, she's a rocky road, this one. Let's see here. So I gotta see where I actually am. So, excuse me. So we're gonna cross this bridge up on the left-hand side here. That'll drop us into Site 2. I think we might cut back towards this creek right here. Maybe head in this direction. And then what we'll do is haul all the stuff forward, and we'll roadside it right here, and then haul it back to the mill. I think that's the idea. Again, this map is also in pre-alpha like that loader, so anything can happen. That's the best part about these maps, is just anything can happen. You never know. Let's go try to cross this bridge. This is actually a really cool little spot. I was able to bring in some outside models, like photorealistic models, so I'm gonna hop out here. We'll go take a look at this here. So this is called Pharaoh's Wash, which is just kind of this little driftwood ridden area where there's just tons of driftwood pieces and chunks laying around. This kind of gives a neat little kind of desolate area where all the wash up has happened, but beautiful textures, beautiful beautiful everything so far. Actually, that'd be a beautiful screenshot. Let's take a picture of that here. Hold on. Screenshot. Boom. But yeah, it's definitely a beautiful little area. I think it's gonna be really fun to log in here. There's definitely a few things that will pop out to be a little bit different, but we're gonna try our best to log it all proper and have a good time with it. So Beautiful area, lots of trees. There is definitely a lot of trees on this map. I don't know how that's going to act performance-wise. I haven't done a lot of performance tests, so playing the single player will be a really good telltale for us, so we know, you know, if it's too many trees, if I need to do some more optimization. This is all the stuff I learned while we play these single player maps, so it's kind of fun. And then after I played through it in single player a little bit, which will be on these episodes, I give it to Patreons. They give it a round through, test it out, look for any major issues that they find, and yeah, then we can go back to getting it out there to the public and letting everybody play with it. That's pretty fun to do too. So I'm gonna get 2 more things. I'm gonna head this back to the mill here. I don't know if this will be kind of a setup episode for this map. If I can connect the trailer here, holy cow. Setup episode this time, and then maybe on the next one I think we'll start cutting probably. But it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a lot of trees, a lot of processing, a lot of trees, and some definitely excuse me, interesting loading that's gonna happen for sure. Like I said, we could have cut a little closer to home, but I wanted to be just a little bit of distance from the mill, just to kind of change things up a little bit. I was really happy with the way this map turned out, though. Just beautiful looking. Impressive. Pretty beautiful landscapes. And like I said, we're not even in the crazy part of the map. This is just the bare bones basic section for pretty much testing. It gets crazier as you go. You climb up that mountainside. I don't know how we're going to haul up that mountainside. There's some sketchy spots on that big connecting road, so I got 2. I'm going to need a skidder, so I think I'm going to go with, what am I going to go with? Go with the Banshee. I really like the cable skidder, though. I think I'm just going to go with that. I'm working on a version of the skidder right now, because I've had a lot of requests. A lot of people don't like the table on the back, which I kind of figured was going to happen, because it's not really natural. It looks a little weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make a version of that same skidder, but I'm just going to put a big towery grapple on the back, or not a grapple, but a line section on the back, so that basically it'll still be the line skidder, just without that table on the back. Instead, it'll have just the line ability to pull it. And this guy's going to be interesting. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to try it out and see. I did some really minor testing with it, just to see how it would pick up logs, and it does pick up logs sort of like, but it's definitely far from perfect, so this might not ever make it to public. It might not even make it to Patreons. I don't know. This is us testing it, single player episodes. If I find that it actually works pretty decent, then, you know, I might start to test it out with Patreons and test it out with that stuff, but for the time being, it's a single player only until we know for sure that it's actually functioning, so. Let's actually check how much time I've already spent. Probably about 5 minutes. Let's say 5 minutes. That's probably a good guess. So I set our timer once we hit like 10 or 11 minutes or something like that. Then we'll balance her back out. So like I said, at least we don't have too far to go to bring this stuff. If we start hauling on the other side of the map, man, I don't want to make any map changes because it's going to be a long haul to bring that equipment back. Pretty sketchy. Alright. So like I said, we still got lots of time, so maybe we will start cutting just to kind of get things rolling a bit here. And then eventually, I can't wait to get onto that mountain and do some chopper stuff. I think that's... Laying down the timber is going to be the hardest part, just because the timber is in a really steep slope, so I'm not sure how we're going to really lay that down yet. I haven't quite figured that out, but that'll be for us to figure out. So I'm going to keep this guy here. I'm going to go park it just kind of on the other side of this little area right here. And we'll just kind of have it hang out. Because eventually we're going to have to bring a log truck in. Here, I want to show you guys this view. This is a beautiful view right here. This is a really nice view right here of the lake. This side's actually really nice too. I like this view. Beauty, as long as you get above the bridge. Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful valley. I think people are going to really like this map. I don't know, I like it, and I haven't even started logging on it yet. I spent a lot of time doing the doing all the peaks and valleys and areas. And like I said, up there is actually the logging block. Same with up there in that very far point. It's a very big mountainy, cascadey kind of place. So that big mountain right there, I think it's Tumbler, I think it called it. Yeah, so that mountain we're looking at is called Tumbler. And this little pass here is actually that little V in between the two places. It's Rancer Pass. That brings you down. There's actually another little logging camp down there for fueling up, because I realized it's a long journey to get back to that mill. So we built a forwarding camp. You got a little lake in there. There's some landings in different areas. All this is trees, logging sites everywhere all through here. And then once you get up to Tumbler Mountain, there's a nice little valley. It takes you up into this top ridge here. And then looking down from there, it's just, yeah, it's crazy on that side. Absolutely crazy. This is like just steep, super steep. I have no idea how it's going to be logged. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge I've ever had in logging for that. So I think it'll be definitely a time, to say the least. So I think we could probably start cutting now. Let's see here. Maybe we will... Yeah, so I think I'm just going to lay it down flat that direction, and then we'll come back out. Just kind of per the usual. Yeah, okay, so what we're going to do is start chopping down the trees, as many as we can get here before the episode ends. And then next time when we come back, we will just keep logging. This one will be a lot more work than the other maps, because there's actually, like I said, a lot of trees to lay down. And I think I'm just going to offset them a little bit, like over here. A lot of trees to lay down, and definitely a lot of density, so it'll take a lot longer to conform these little blocks. These trees are actually a little bit thinner too. Actually, you probably notice I adjusted them, so they're not all giant trees. As fun as the giant trees were, yeah, I don't know, I just want some little stuff, because I was kind of getting bored of just loading the same old trees. I also cleared the limbs on these little guys, because I got a lot of complaints about the other trees having issues with the limbs being really low to the ground. You couldn't see for cutting. So this one here will have the trees a lot easier to process, because those limbs are really far back. Let's see if we can get a double grab here. Oh, there we go. And kaploop. That's kind of the nice thing about the smaller trees too, is you can do multi-grab on them, which is really nice. Not all of them. Some of them are a little bit too big to do that, but some of them for sure. So we're just going to kind of keep digging and offsetting the logs here until we can't anymore. We'll do piles of probably like 8 to 10 maybe, because that skidder's actually crazy tough. It can pull that out no problem. The hardest part's getting it to buckle through these trees. It's kind of annoying. There you go. Bloop. Beauty. There's a lot of trees in here, I'm not gonna lie. It's like I thought there was lots, but now I realize there is a lot. So we're gonna see if I can lay these two right in between this pile here. Bloop. Perfect. There we go. And we can probably get this one here too if we do it right. There we go. So we're just gonna kind of build our own little road out into the bush here. My plan on this one was to actually bring that grader through and actually do... Oops, I just killed myself. There we go. Bring that grader through and actually build a road out to here. Make our own little block. Because there isn't really blocks in this one. This one's mostly just kind of build your own sections, so... I think we might build our own little road out here and then build a kind of a block in the middle maybe. I don't know, I haven't really thought about how I want to do it yet. Let's get this one here too. Whoops. It's not what I wanted to do. Definitely not what I intended, but that's okay. Can't win them all. I can't believe how many trees there are. This is going to be such a crazy logging map. I'm kind of scared to see what'll happen if we bring it to multiplayer. I think the performance will be a little under par. This might be a single player only kind of map, but we'll see. Either way, lots of bunching to do for sure. We'll probably get 3 of these guys in there, I bet. I bet you. Let's try it. Let's go for 3. Worst comes to worst, we have to play pick up sticks. That's not the end of the world, right? Oh yeah, look at that. 3 in there. Beauty. So let's, we could probably make this kind of the central landing here, I imagine. But we did kind of want to do some roadside, so maybe, I don't know. It'll be an interesting... I basically just want to build a nice skidding path to bring it all out of. So we'll try it and see how it goes. Oh, that's going to be a tricky spot, because those trees are kind of crisscrossed at the back there. So, I don't know. See if we can get 2 with this. There we go. That's how you should be able to bunch. That's almost realistic bunching right there. There we go. At least we're getting a good portion of trees per grab here. We're really moving into this spot. Like I said, you can just see as far as the eye can see, just more trees ahead. It's just, oh man, it's going to be a lot of skidding. A lot of skidding, a lot of processing. Especially with these little guys processing. Oh man, she's going to be funny. That's why I think we should do like 14s or something instead of shorts. Because I think if we start doing shorts with these little tiny guys here, I don't think it's going to work out so good. There we go. So that's one thing that looks good. Yeah, see now we're getting kind of a nice little line going here. I probably could have clipped that guy out, but I didn't. But I would like to bring in the grader. Do we have time to bring in the grader? Oh, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's bring in the grader. So I'd like to push through a road kind of as we do it, just to see how it looks. I don't know how well it's going to be. Can we just drive the grader out there? I don't think it's very fast. Alright. Oh man, that is pretty slow. Need to have like a upper gear ratio so we can do it. Oh, I can't drive that all the way out there. That's going to take forever. Let's get the low bed and go back and grab it. That's the thing about this map. It's really long distances, so if you need equipment, you better plan out your equipment well before you go out here. Otherwise, you just get these nice daily tours where you get to go back in time and visit it all. So let's hop out this way. We'll do a quick. Whoops! Oh my goodness! I have an accident here. We'll do a nice quick whip back to the mill, see if we can load that grader on. I don't know how it's going to fit. It is a really long grader. Like a stupidly long grader. But we'll see. We'll find a way. Even if we have to park it at like a 45 on the back trailer and the rest of it, I'm sure we'll get it working. Just giving her down this road. Yeah, this will be much faster getting to the mill than driving that thing out there. There's a reason the grader goes so slow. If I make it go any faster, when you're plowing on snow maps or wood chips, it sure makes a heck of a mess, so. Oops. There we go. And then hopefully we can fit this whole bad boy on there. Like I said, I might have to park it kind of on a 45 here, but we should be able to get it on. There we go. Cool. There we go. Yeah, the only thing I gotta change on that grader before it comes out is definitely sound effects. I'm not a big fan of the sound effects on that guy. You know, I edge split that grader when I was doing editing, and it still kind of looks a little cartoony to me. But apparently that's with full edge splitting on it, so maybe that's the best we can do. You can make it black. We'll make the black grader. Actually, after playing with Beaver Creek guys there for a bit in multiplayer, I actually really liked the look of the machines being black. He went and retextured and just kind of darkened out all the textures and made them dark. So I might release like a one-time special kind of buncher or something that is black just for fun. Alright, so we got our grader now. That's good. That was much quicker than driving it all the way out there. So let's test out our plow. I don't know if the plow works on this yet or not, in this map. I can't remember if I put it in. You have to add the plowing feature to your maps after, well, unless it's already on the map previously, but On mine, I had to add it all to them because it was missing. I think I did it to this one already, but if I didn't, I can just add it after the fact and we can plow later. But at least the grader's here. That's good. So let's test it out. Let's try pushing ourselves a little mini skidder road through here. Can't figure out where our road is, which is about here. So it's kind of cool because it actually clears the grass. It kind of sucks though because it doesn't clear the like the forest grass, which is kind of annoying. Ah, there we go. See, now she's plowing. That's okay. We can still see our path that we're gonna follow out, so it's all good. Cool. We got ourselves a little road. Not a big fan of like the zigzaggy effect of the plowed field, but it's kind of cool to have a skidder road, I think. And probably what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to skid this whole, I'm going to plow out this whole section right here, just so when we process, we got this nice kind of little road here cut out. Clean up all this grass here. That way when we're pulling our trees out and piling them, it'll be this nice kind of area here. Then we can plant a field. Get some pigs. Just kidding, I'm not going that far with it. See, and this is kind of cool because now we're building kind of our own landing, which I don't know. I've always kind of wanted to do that, but never really had the means. But now we definitely can, so that's kind of cool. We're gonna go kind of right up to this corner here. I realized our video is running a little long. I've kind of been doing that, so that's just how it is. So I'm gonna keep running these across. That should probably be good, I think. I kind of pinch off this edge here a little too. Although it looks like a waffle iron went through there with the plowed effect, it's still pretty cool to have the that all cleared up so we can have our own little skidder road. I think it's neat anyway. There we go. Then we turn our plow off, raise her up. I can never remember how. Is it Shift M? Shift, nope, that's that one. Shift N raises it. I should have it on my joystick, but I forgot to set it, so. So there we go, we built ourselves a crappy little landing. That's all nice and plowed. I wish I could change that texture, but I don't have any access to that. I think it's just an in-game thing. So let's park this kinda, let's go park it over here, actually, it's alright. Alright, perfect. So I'm going to cut the video here because we've already kind of run over a bit. This is a perfect place for our processor to sit so he can pile, so I can pile. I might sit it even here and then process onto this block. I think it'll be kind of fun to see what we can do. When we come back next time, we'll just keep cutting away into the bush here. And yeah, we'll use that line dozer to pull out some of this wood and hopefully get processing. But sounds good, guys. If you liked the video, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.